Are you breaking up with me?
It's not you. It's me.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're breaking down the reasons that you should run, not walk, to see director Drew Hancock's twisty, darkly hilarious sci-fi thriller Companion.
She's tied up inside, so she's not going anywhere.
What's Companion about?
There have been two moments in my life when I was happiest. The first was the day I met Josh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Iris. And the second, the day I killed him.
Do you remember when you met your significant other? How could you forget such a magical, life-changing moment? Well, what if that moment was a lie, fabricated to form a love link between you and your owner? And yes, we did say owner. Companion follows young couple Iris and Josh, who embark on what's intended to be a relaxing weekend getaway to a friend's remote lake house.
Iris, wake up.
As you can imagine, things quickly go awry, and Iris learns that, in a Blade Runner-esque twist, she isn't a quote-unquote real person. Rather, she's a companion robot intended to alleviate Josh's supposed loneliness. As the situation begins to snowball further and further out of their control, Iris realizes that it's every person and android for themselves, and that a greater, more sinister conspiracy is actually afoot.
Did you jailbreak your sex bot?
Wow, Josh.
Where do I know the cast from?
My friends don't hate you.
Cat does.
Yeah, maybe, but Cat hates everybody.
I just don't want to screw everything up.
Modern-day Scream Queen Sophie Thatcher plays Iris, the titular companion. If Thatcher looks familiar to you, there are a few possible answers there. Maybe you've seen the Showtime psychological thriller series Yellow Jackets, in which Thatcher plays a younger version of Juliette Lewis's character, or maybe it's the A24 horror flick Heretic, which sees Thatcher playing a Mormon missionary sent to convert a nefarious Hugh Grant.
We just need to go home.
I won't keep you if you wish to leave. But I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
What does this have to do with us leaving?
Everything.
Iris's boyfriend Josh is played by The Boys star Jack Quaid, playing into his nice guy image to great effect. Harvey Guillen, star of FX's underrated What We Do in the Shadows, plays Josh's friend Eli, and the ubiquitous Lucas Gage, who you might remember from Euphoria and The White Lotus, plays Eli's partner Patrick.
Wait a minute, you're talking about the crazy chick that was at the party? That chick was asking me to. I was the one that was saying no.
She was blacked out.
Josh's friend Kat is played by Megan Surrey, best known for Netflix's Never Have I Ever, in one of her first major film roles. Lastly, but hardly least, is established character actor Rupert Friend as the mysterious Sergei, who owns the aforementioned lake house that the characters vacation at.
See, I don't look on a feller alien all suspicious-like. No, he ain't American. No, he ain't a creature of God's green earth, but he's a creature of somewheres.
Who's behind the camera?
This movie came out of a place of me finding myself in a point in my career where I wasn't getting the job opportunities that I wanted. I'm a big fan of genre, anything with a robot, a serial killer, a ghost, sci-fi, thrillers, horror. Like that's my jam.
Considering Companion's rave reviews and success at the box office, you might be surprised to learn that Drew Hancock, the director and screenwriter behind the film, is a novice. Companion is his debut feature film. Speaking to Rue Morgue about how the film came to be, Hancock revealed that Barbarian filmmaker and former comedian Zach Kreger, who also produced the film, nearly directed Companion himself. Hancock, who wrote the movie's script on spec, kept the budget in mind as a way to make it more likely that Companion would be made altogether.
The emotions were way more important to me than the technology, so I just wanted to make sure I had the broad strokes down. And so one of the things I kept looking at is when is this technology probably going to start showing up in the level that because it's here now, but the level that you could make something that's pretty interchangeable with a human being.
Said Hancock, quote, "I didn't want to be a burden on Companion because I knew a first-time director comes with a lot of compromises. You're not going to get a big budget, you're probably not going to get any studio interest." Hancock, who had given Kreger considerable input on how he saw the film getting made, got his wish when Kreger bowed out of directing to focus on producing. Talk about a lucky break.
How did the concept of Companion originate?
That is a story that's probably very boring. It just popped in my head, fully formed. It's rarely that it ever happens. Usually I have to work really hard to figure out what the movie is.
It's actually better if you know the twist. Ask the director.
There was just a spark.
So at this point, if you haven't seen Companion, you might be wondering why we've gone ahead and given away what seems to be the movie's biggest twist, that Iris isn't human, but an android. Before you leave angry comments, allow us to explain. Even Hancock, the film's director, has openly stated that knowing the twist going in allows you to have a greater appreciation for Companion.
The robot reveal is part of the marketing, so people can. It's fine
Okay,
that people know now. In this interview, there are many twists and turns that, like, if you're watching this now and you haven't seen the movie, that you can be surprised. Still, there's a lot of stuff.
In that same Rue Morgue interview, Hancock revealed that the decision to make the twist an integral part of how audiences experienced the film came from the Warner Brothers marketing department. The director also expressed his desire to avoid making a puzzle box movie, saying that, quote, "You're never enjoying the movie as a movie, you're always trying to get one step ahead, you're watching everyone's behavior, and you're not getting immersed in the story."
Do you not like me, Kat?
You know, it's not that I don't like you, Iris. It's the idea of you. You make me feel so replaceable.
A darkly hilarious examination of AI fears.
When you're with the perfect guy, you're just waiting for those 3 little words.
The best way to think about Companion and its take on increasingly prominent artificial intelligence technology? Hancock succinctly described the film as being a, quote, robot movie, but it's not like any other robot movie that's out right now. It's not AI gone wrong, it's AI gone right. Time magazine's Megan McCluskey placed Companion in the context of other robots gone wild movies, noting that, quote, "There have been a number of near-future sci-fi offerings dealing in the perils of romantic involvements with AI, a real phenomenon which is only bound to increase, even if, for now, it takes more of an emotional than physical form."
Hey, you just got an email from Mark Lumen.
What are you talking about?
Read email.
Okay, I will read email for Theodore Twombly.
I'm sorry, what's Lumen say?
McCluskey further points out that Companion uses a different approach, taking specific aim at incel culture by portraying Iris as a good-for-her final girl who's well within her rights to violently fight back against Josh and his entitled "nice guys finish last" shtick. Simply put, to paraphrase an old dating cliche, the problem isn't the robots, it's us, the ones doing the program.
The days of you controlling me are over.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. An eye-opening take on toxic masculinity.
What I like is that he's a villain who doesn't know he's a villain, and you know, it feels like a guy you could actually meet, which is a really scary thing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Finding empathy towards him was difficult at first, but I eventually just kind of stumbled on, I think he's a guy who has not heard the words "I love you" in his life.
Yes, on the surface, Companion is another movie about a robot that rebels against its programming as it learns what being human is all about. Indeed, in many ways, Thatcher's Iris is the most human character in the movie. But once you start to peel back the layers a little bit, you'll find that Companion is much more than just another robot movie. Said director Drew Hancock, Companion is a, quote, movie about self-discovery, and at its core is a breakup movie about this woman finding empowerment through discovery of self.
I love her so much and immediately resonated with her from the beginning. Just me in relationships, I've been there before, and I've been that anxious and that insecure, so that was really easy to tap into. But then I also grew with her as we were filming this.
Even star Jack Quaid agrees with this assessment in calling for audiences to actively hate on his character. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Quaid mused that, quote, "A lesser movie would have probably made my character the protagonist and Iris the antagonist who's going crazy, and Josh has to save the day," referring to Companion as a, quote, slightly more realistic version where Josh is doing all of this for very selfish reasons.
He's just a very lonely, insecure person who has this void inside of him, and he's trying to get along, he thinks he's the hero of his own story. I mean, incorrectly, but I use a lot of delusion there. You know, I'd watch John Cusack movies from the 80s because that's who I think Josh thinks he is.
What does that mean exactly? Well, we guess you'll just have to see Companion for yourself. Have you seen Companion? What did you think of it? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
Spark.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.